Hi, I'm John Waterhouse. Welcome to Weekday Wisdom. My question for you today is, why are obstacles so inconvenient? You've probably noticed that when things get in our way, it's always inconvenient. It always seems to happen at a time when we're totally unprepared to deal with whatever it is. And that inconvenience seems to be an essential element of the obstacles that come into our lives. But these obstacles can manifest in many ways. Some examples, they can be time issues. They can be our own confusion. They can be relationship challenges, things breaking, and certainly anything that annoys us. An obstacle will completely capture our attention and will suddenly be at a point of choice. We can stop in our tracks and myopically focus on the obstacle as though nothing else in the world matters. We can lament and complain about how life has become so much harder because of this problem. We can call our friends and tell them that things just aren't working out. We can point out that this obstacle hasn't shown up. If it hadn't shown up, we'd be well along our way to having exactly what we've been trying to get, and everything would be working out just fine. We can spend time wondering why such a thing even happened to us. And there are lots of other reactions we can have as well. But none of them will do anything to help us resolve the obstacle that we face. The only effective approach is to stay focused on what needs to be done. Having a challenge or an obstacle show up is like having the lights go out. Imagine that. It's nighttime and the lights go out. What do? Well, we freeze in place. It's kind of natural to do that. But when we're in the dark, the only way to get out of the dark is to do something. Whatever we do, we get feedback. We may end up bumping into a table or a chair, but that's the way we're going to get out of the dark. By moving slowly beyond this, or in the place of this obstacle, in the presence of this obstacle, we become aware that we can move beyond it. And we set our awareness and our intention, and we gather information as we go, because sitting in the darkness will take us nowhere. I literally just got a call this morning from a woman who has been struggling for months with finishing her doctoral dissertation. I can relate, I've done that work. We had a wonderful conversation about how everyone gets stuck. And when this happens, most times we don't know what to do. All she seemed to have needed was just a simple plan, someone else to give her a thought about that, and a promise to herself to keep moving forward a little at a time. Oftentimes, when we take a step on our path, life reveals the next step. And sometimes that's all it takes for us to keep moving, is to take the next step. It takes courage, laughter, and resourcefulness to continue on a journey when we're met with an inconvenient obstacle. The problem for many people is that they just can't tolerate the inconvenience of an obstacle, which requires that they do something. People want to learn to play an instrument or speak a foreign language, but they resist taking the lessons. They want success without having to go to the trouble of earning it. Anywhere you want to go, it takes time and effort and focus to get there. Obstacles are a natural part of the pattern. So what can you do? Well, we can stop resisting the situation. Whatever our circumstance is, the concerns and resistance that we have to it make the problem bigger and uglier. What we resist persists. Instead, when we accept what's happening and we take action, we start to see something pass and change. It doesn't matter whether what you do works immediately or not. Acceptance makes space for possibility. So promise yourself that you'll take some action. Take your breakdowns and turn them into breakthroughs. If you want success, you've got to move forward toward success. Inconvenient obstacles are always temporary. So don't give in to them, and don't let them fuel the problem. That's what causes them to last and survive and continue to be the problem. Claim a new beginning by telling yourself that this moment is a fresh start. And when you recognize this as a fresh start, take a step. The thing is that the greatest values in our lives do not come from our pinnacles of achievement. They come from what we learn along the way. Our greatest achievements are always earned by doing the things others are not willing to do, and by committing ourselves to do whatever it takes to get where we want to be, no matter whether there are obstacles or not. Obstacles are always inconvenient, but inconvenience itself only means that there's something to know that we hadn't planned on, and that's worth taking the time to learn it. So maybe something here touches your heart or your thinking in a way that lets you know that you have within you whatever it takes to accomplish the things that you intend to accomplish. And no obstacle is as big as you are. So knowing that that's so, I wish you well. Go have a fantastic day.